What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the Thunder Channel on nootropics and apparently juicing. So I want to talk about juicing and nootropics equaling the limitless pill. I'm going to get into some experiments that I have run and give you the ingredients that I have used. I mean, this is high-level energy hack stuff using nootropics that I'm really excited about. So I'll get to that. In the meantime, a couple things on product at livecortex.com. Number one, Cortex Stack. Powerful pre-made nootropic stack, mental energy, motivation, verbal fluency in a capsule, clean stimulant energy. Subscription price is $27.99 a month, but now if you do the subscription element of it, you get Smarter, Better, Faster for free. That is an ages-old legendary book that I wrote about surgically using nootropics. So much core information in many stacks in that book. So go do Cortex subscription. You'll get Smarter, Better, Faster for free. You can download it like instantly. LiveCortex.com. Ground Zero if you're new. Video course that I created for people that are brand new to nootropics to show you the ropes, give you stacks, show you how to really use nootropics. Masterclass if you're a couple years in and want to ascend to the 6-year mark. And then Nootropics God course for the highest level nootropic strategy in the world. I mean, that course is getting people results that are insane right now. So go get that course, livecortex.com. The other thing I wanted to mention is we now finally have payment plans for the 6-month consulting option. So those of you who've been thinking about getting on board, but you know the upfront money has been a pain in the butt for you and you're like, I want to wait or something. For the 6-month energy hacking and nootropics optimization consult, working with me, one-on-one, hands-on, over the course of 6 months to get you firing on all cylinders, fix energy issues, fix sleep, fix test, make you function incredibly. We have a payment plan on that, and you should check it out at livecortex.com. So for those of you that are thinking about doing it, and the price was the issue, or at least the upfront price, now we can do payment plans for those. So go check out the 6-month consult, livecortex.com, and pull the trigger. Those of you thinking about doing it, if this puts you to the point where you have no more questions, and there's nothing else stopping you from pulling the trigger, book it. Because I have a feeling that we're gonna book a bunch of people because of these payment plans, so you gotta get on board now. The 6-month consult right now, payment plan, livecortex.com. All right, and don't forget, if you're thinking about doing it, don't forget, make a note, go to the website right now, go to that page, bookmark it. Let's talk about juicing. Okay, so juicing is basically, what people say about it, right? And the general idea is that you're getting rapidly absorbable nutrients, vitamins and minerals that you couldn't really get otherwise in that absorbable of a way in your regular diet. And as far as I can tell, in my research of it, which is actually scant, it's hard to find real research on juicing. You'll find bloggers saying this or that, and they're not really backing it up. And I hate that kind of shit. I want to read on PubMed. I want to read, studies on it, where someone had a disease state and it alleviated or helped them get back to baseline normal remission for things. I want to see studies on it. So the bit that I have researched on does show me that you do get rapidly absorbable vitamins and minerals from juicing. Now, people juice all kinds of things, right? Celery, apples, pears, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, all these kinds of things. And I'm going to give you the specific the specific type of fruits and vegetables that I have been using for these discoveries, if you will, that I've discovered for energy hacking and nootropics with juicing here in just a second, but let me just explain a little of the backstory. So I have been fussing with juicing, on and off for 10 years, right? And I tried to use it for digestion. There was a point at which I was trying to see if it helped me with adrenal hormone issues, but I was never consistent with it. First of all, it's a messy process. You have to clean it every time you do it if you're doing it optimally. And yeah, it can ultimately get very expensive, especially if you're doing 7-day, 14-day juices or something like that. You're gonna spend a lot of money on fruits and vegetables. So I never stuck with it, but I brought it back in lately for energy hacking purposes. I'm like, well, is there a way I can forego my nighttime nootropic stack with just juicing? Is there a way that I can forego some of the caffeine that I take throughout the day juicing? And I actually found some really, really interesting answers to those questions. First discovery, nootropic stack plus juicing. Okay, this is insane. So at 11 a.m., 12 p.m. noon time frame is usually when I am going on my second cup of coffee. So I've woken up, had some coffee, had breakfast, ran errands, usually doing business stuff, administrative stuff, and then I come back and then I'm working. It's business stuff, right? Content, etc. Otherwise, maybe QuickBooks one day, whatever the day has in store for me. And at that point, nootropic stack and coffee is my typical go-to. So I'll throw down a stack, have some coffee, go to town. What I figured out with juicing, and again, I'll get to what I'm juicing, is that at 11 and or noon, when I typically take a stack plus coffee, I can instead juice. Just have a cup of a bunch of fruits and vegetables that I juiced in a juicer with my nootropic stack, and not only is my energy and my brain performance better than just the nootropic stack plus coffee, but it lasts longer, and I have like this insane level of cognitive endurance that is unmatched, anywhere in most of my experiments, with the exception of some really, really heavy stacks. So that's discovery number one. A nootropic stack plus juicing, kind of in that morning time frame when you're about to go and sit down and go to town and do work, is a very, very powerful way to keep you functioning incredibly and then have endurance all through the afternoon. And you don't even think about eating, right? Like, I'm not hungry, I don't want to eat in these stages. I'm just functioning awesomely for 4 or 5 hours straight, and it's amazing. So that's discovery number one. Discovery number two is no juicing all day until about 3 p.m., which is when most people's energy starts to dip, whether it's optimal or not, like whether you've optimized baseline or not. Juicing at 3 p.m. without a nootropic stack. So I take a stack at 11, had some coffee in the morning, had a coffee at 11 with the stack. Juicing at about 3 renews my energy up until about 8 p.m. So it puts me in a place where I can then work from 3 to 8 p.m. I mean, that's 5 solid hours of hammering productivity, of just like hammering shit that I need to get done, doing content. I'm writing a new book about nootropics now, and so that's been useful in that particular situation. And then after that, dinner and then wind down. So it opens up this 5-hour period of energy without a nootropic stack. This is in the afternoon from 3 to 8, just juicing. And again, I will get to the ingredients in a second. Third discovery. At nighttime, usually around 6 p.m., if there is a degree of work that either needs to be done, or if there's something that, Cortex Labs related, nootropics related, research related that I want to do, I usually take a stack, but it's a light energy stack. A little bit of diamine, maybe some theocrine, some theobromine, but I always have theanine in there so it doesn't disrupt my sleep. And sometimes I'll run racetams with fasoracetam, again, to not disrupt sleep. And then, for 2-3 hours, I've got some good brain performance, and then I focus on the stuff that I have to focus on at nighttime. Recently, what I discovered is that just adding juicing to my 6 p.m. kind of minor nootropic stack, it gives me energy and functionality until midnight. Okay? The days that I've been doing this, I'm looking at my watch or at the clock, and it's 11:30 p.m. and I still have energy, and I still want to work, and I do. And then I end up getting in bed, and I'm like, I'm not even tired. I'm not tired. I'm looking at my phone and doing research. I'm watching The Office. 1 a.m., I'm like, okay, I'm finally tired, and then I sleep 7 hours, sometimes less. Bonus. When I'm doing this, I actually can sleep less, wake up, and feel totally awesome. Just fully energized. Okay, so those are my 3 discoveries. As far as pairing juicing with a nootropic stack in the morning, depends on your stack, but pretty much every stack you're going to take, adding juicing to the mix is going to substantially prolong your energy, and it will feel as if it is potentiating the effect of the stack. So let me talk about what I'm juicing. Okay. And by the way, I just want folks to know, I've not turned into some juicing enthusiast that's going to be like, oh, juicing is like the mother of all whatevers. It's just, very practically speaking, it's a great way to get a bunch of vitamins and minerals right into your body, right? Because the juicer itself is taking all the fiber out. It spits the fiber out in a separate container, and you're just getting the raw vegetable and fruit juice, which is incredible. So that's number one. I'm not a fanatic about it. I just think it's actually really awesome from a practical perspective on energy hacking. This is what I'm juicing. Usually, a half a lemon 6 baby carrots, 5 slices of cucumber, a handful of green leaf lettuce, a half a handful of spinach, a quarter of a banana, a handful of blueberries, and two big strawberries. Am I missing anything else? Oh, and sometimes I'll throw like a stick of celery into the mix. Am I missing anything? No, that's it. Okay, so that is literally what I'm juicing, and it usually fills up a cup about this big. This is a coffee cup, but it fills up like a regular cup, just about that big, and then I drink it in the morning with my stack instead of having coffee. Like, I realized I didn't have to drink coffee, my second cup of coffee, with my nootropic stack at 11 a.m. if I juiced. And it would actually prolong my energy more and give me more of a sort of an energy and focus buzz than the caffeine. Not saying caffeine isn't awesome, because it totally is, and you should stay drinking coffee if you can or if you love it. I'm just saying that's a really interesting discovery. Again, on a day where I eat breakfast, take a nootropic stack at 11 a.m., have my coffee at 11 a.m. as well, and then go to town at 3 p.m. when my energy may start to dip a little bit or the stack is wearing off, etc., just juicing. Just having a cup of all those things that I just explained. 4 to 5 hours till 7 to 8 p.m. Solid, consistent energy. Those are the days where I like to get a lot done in that batch, in that period. And then thereafter, I'm not going to work for the rest of the day or do anything related to productivity. But I might want to, because my brain still feels energized after that, interestingly. And then again, at nighttime, small energy stack at 6 p.m.-ish when I've got work to do or want to do work until 9 or 10. That small energy stack on top of juicing is like the Limitless pill. Each of these situations, it literally turns on every facet of brain function. This morning, with my nootropic stack, I juiced, I did it. I'll show you, there's a picture of me actually doing it, because I was going to do a video about it. I feel incredible. It's I've got 4 or 5 hours of energy at least in the tank right now, and I'm pumped to go engage in what I'm about to engage in right now. So don't take it lightly. Don't see juicing as a woo-woo sort of new agey kind of blogosphere or paleo thing or whatever. Very practically, you're getting bioavailable, rapidly absorbable, minus the fiber, vitamins and minerals in a way that just fucking makes you feel good. Incredible. The energy lasts, okay? Now, getting into, there's a lot of things you can do with juicing. You can lose a ton of weight, obviously, because you'll be in a caloric deficit if you're doing it. You'll probably be somewhat hungry most of the time. It's not something I would suggest doing unless you absolutely need to. Again, I'm implementing it in a way that's one a day. I really only do it one time a day, either in the morning with my nootropic stack instead of nootropic stack plus coffee, or at 3 p.m. when I'm going to need energy for the next 5 hours, or at 6 p.m. when I'm going to need energy for the next 3 or 4 hours. But it only ultimately ends up being once a day. Very, very powerful stuff. So if you want to try this, the first thing that I would do to run this is get a juicer if you don't have one. Get all those fruits and vegetables, add some more if you'd like, and then try taking a stack somewhere in the beginning of your day when you're about to get to work. Try taking a nootropic stack and then a cup of juice, just a regular, small cup like this, not a giant cup. All you really need is a small cup like that, or a regular glass or something, and just try it. Take your stack, drink the juice, go to town. As far as order goes, I would probably drink the juice first and then get it in there and then take the stack and then go to town. And you tell me that you're not feeling insane. You can get a lot done for many, many hours. The most impressive element about it is the extension of cognitive endurance. That's something that's really important to me with stacks or otherwise. It's how long can I consistently output energy? How long can I consistently have brain energy? That's one of the most impressive things that, doing this has done for me. Okay, hope that's been helpful. Please go try it. You will not be dissatisfied. You will probably be holy crap, I need to be doing this every day or as many times as I can throughout the week. And I can almost guarantee for almost 100% of you, again, you got to leave out the people that may have health issues or whatever that are preventing it, that you'll notice a pretty substantial increase in energy and probably a major benefit on your health. Thank you so much for being with me. Again, on product, the Cortex stack, motivation, mental energy in a capsule, drive to work. It should have been called gear. It is so powerful. Right now, if you get it on subscription, $27.99 a month, perfect price, by the way. You can cancel that anytime. You get Smarter, Better, Faster for free. That is a digital book that shows you how to surgically use nootropics. It's a legendary book in the nootropics community. Go get it, livecortex.com. Ground Zero if you're new. Masterclass if you're a couple years in and want to ascend to the 6-year mark. Nootropics God Course if you want to skip all that and ascend all the way to the 10-year plus mark where people are getting insane kinds of results with nootropics. I mean, there's stuff I teach in that course that I've not really taught anywhere else. livecortex.com. And then lastly, again, if you want to work with me on optimizing energy, optimizing sleep, optimizing tests, but importantly, situating tailored, targeted nootropic stacks for your brain, whether you're a Silicon Valley entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you're an otherwise entrepreneur, you're a corporate worker, you're a software developer. I mean, I've got coders on my roster of people that I'm working with. 3.5 month or 6-month option, go do them, livecortex.com. We'll get you firing on all cylinders, but the 6-month option now has payment plans. Okay, so you can pay a little bit up front and then you basically pay monthly for the duration of the consult. For 6 whole months, you've got me formulating your entire regimen, giving you specific instructions on what to do every day to fire on all cylinders. Payment plans on the 6-month consult. If you've been waiting on it, if this is the last thing that got you to the point where you're like, I'm ready to do it, just go do it at livecortex.com. Add the 6 months to your cart. You'll see the payment plan option at the bottom of the 6-month consult page. Check out and let's start. I'll hit you up within 5 hours probably and we'll begin. Latest 24 hours. Those of you like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready in 5 hours. I'll hit you up ASAP. We'll make it work. We'll get on our first call and we will start. Thank you so much for being with me, everybody. Talk to you next time.